your children, of course, they are like the children. Our children are the most precious things to us. Like there is nothing other that can ever compare to who they are, who they have been, and I think that's one of the reasons why I love my mother as much as I do, because it helped me to understand why she's been through some of the things that she's been through for my sake. And so for our children, we attempt at a minimum to do at least half as much or even more, just
Right.
on their behalf. But when we
Yeah.
start talking about our prized possessions here, right? Other than your children, like what is your most prized accomplishment, if you will, and why?
My most prized accomplishment was me establishing on fire. Um, oh my goodness. Why? Because I am able to provide an opportunity for at-risk youth and their families to actually get the resources and things that I desired when I was their age or when I was a young adult, when I went through homelessness, when I dealt with the murder of my brother in
Mm,
2008, when I
yeah.
dealt with becoming a teenage mom, and just the grief behind dealing with losing loved ones.
Mm,
Um, I now offer a safe space for my community of families that are associated with the agency to be able to heal. They're able to become a better family, turning that dysfunctional environment into a very functioning environment,
yeah.
learning about financial literacy, learning about how to have faith, self-confidence, trust, respect, integrity, and relationships. Those are all 6 pillars that I teach within my STAMP mentoring program curriculum,
Yeah.
and just offering that love and support. A lot of times where communities fail at, it's just the being resourceful,
Yeah.
being
Yeah.
able to bring that village back. You remember the village? See, when I was
Absolutely.
coming up, there was a
Yeah.
village, right?
Takes a village to raise a kid. I remember.
It takes a village. When I was coming up, there was a village,
Yeah.
right? But unfortunately, now, today in time, the villages they're gone. We
Yeah.
don't have them anymore. So On Fire has created that village. Not only do you have the support of your family, you have the support of your mentors, you have the support of our other staff, you have the support. Everybody is on board. Your teachers are on board. Your community is on board. Everybody is pouring into you,
Yeah.
help you come out of whatever you're struggling with. So the moments where you were feeling like you were overlooked and counted out and you a failure and you don't believe that you can reach a certain height in your success, guess what? You got Miss Janea, you got my team, you got my staff. Like everybody is just on board. You got my sponsors, my donors, everybody. When you say, look, I'm a part of the On Fire community, they already know you lit.
I love it. I
That's what
love
they
it.
say now. Like you lit, and they know that
Yeah.
every day that they meet with their mentor, or if we have workshops or field trips or things of that nature, it's going to be a very life-changing experience. They are able to be exposed to certain things that they normally wouldn't be able to. And so for me to be able to do that for these young people and their families, that just
Yeah.
means the world to me. I know that that's my passion. I know it's my purpose, and I'm not stopping.
I
So
love it.
yeah,
I
that's
love it.
that's why that's my most prized
I
accomplishment
love it.
in my
Listen,
life.
did y'all see how she lit up when she started having this conversation just now? I mean, she changed, like she literally started glowing. And I mean, this is amazing, because this is what, and I want to say that before, because I really want to talk about On Fire, right? But this is what, like, understanding some of those, trials, tribulation, turmoil, and things of that nature that you've been through. This is what happens on the other side. The other side is where you start
Yes.
walking in a fulfillment that you can't even put words to. Like I can't even explain it, but it has like I have a feeling based upon what it is that I do that it's just I can't explain it. And that's what you seen on her face when she was talking just now, and I love it, because you can tell that this is where her heart passion is at. And this is, man, this is now on fire, ONFIYA. That's the acronym, right?
It is. It
What
is an
is
acronym.
what does it stand for?
Optimistic nurturers finessing impassionate young adults.
I love it. I love it.
And that name was derived from my brother, the one that was murdered.
Yeah.
His name, his street name, I'm just being real with you, was
Mhm.
Finesse. And so I'm like, I gotta do something that's gonna be able to shine the light,
Yeah.
and help me honor him, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And help other people see the difference between, going down the wrong path, but then certain people, like I call them angels, right?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
come along your path and they're able to pull you out and help you towards success. And I
Yeah.
know that was something that he desired, but unfortunately, he wasn't here long enough on this earth to
Yeah.
be able to provide that opportunity to other young people or other males or other families. And so guess
Yeah.
what? I'm gonna do it. And
Yeah. I
his
love it.
name gonna live on.
Yeah. I love it. I know that he would be pleased just being able to see his sister and just doing what she is doing right now. And this is good. This is really good. So when you're, doing what you do, helping the communities, field trips, talking to young adults, things of that nature. When do you ever, like, just kind of give us an example of when you sat back and just like, man, this is all worth it.
I think that moment when I moved from Columbia, South Carolina, and I was getting ready to transition, and was like prior to me selling my home and coming to Atlanta, not having a place to stay. I was living with my aunt and my and so I still didn't sell my house yet, right?
Mhm.
But I knew that I heard God say, like, I just had that relationship. I heard a small voice say, go and go now. So I'm like, what? I didn't sell my house yet. Like, how you telling me to move? How am I to do
Yeah.
this? And it was like, there's people looking for you.
Mm.
And I'm like, people looking for me? Wait a minute. But I'm very obedient to the spirit.
Yeah.
Let me say that.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people be looking at me like I'm crazy. Like, you should have saw my friends now. Like, because I've been in South Carolina since 2009. After my brother
Okay.
murdered, I moved
Yeah.
from Savannah, Georgia. That's where I'm born and raised at.
Okay.
And I was in South Carolina for 10 years.
Mm.
And when I got up and I left, packed the kids, I had a goal and a plan in mind. I said, okay, God said these people waiting on me. There's some people that help, that type of thing.
Yeah.
And I started my stamp mentoring program in September of last year.
Yeah.
But to that, I did a couple of events just to lead up to it, just to see like what type of reactions I would get from the communities and things of that nature. And to see those people, I'm tearing up right now.
That's all right.
See those people out of Stone Mountain, out of Decatur, out of East Point. I did 3 back to school bashes, right? And to hear those people come to me, hug me, thank me, the kids loving on me, like in their eyes. And then to hear them say, nobody else community, but for you to think about us, that means more than you know.
Yeah.
That's when I had an aha moment. I'm like, oh
Wow.
God, this isn't, I'm not stopping. God, I know the fact that ONFIYA wasn't just established for communities, it was established for nations.
Wow. Wow. That was good. Like, and so I want to kind of share with you what I just heard as you're saying this, right? Because I think that's an amazing story. Number one, it's a story that you probably need to continue to tell over and over again, right? Because it kind of helps people to understand the things that you went through to kind of connect with these communities. But here's what I heard. I heard the love that you were looking for when you were younger, you're getting overwhelmed with love now.
Ooh.
That's
yeah,
it.
like, oh my gosh.
Wow. I mean, just looking at the
don't do that. Like,
don't do that. I'm sorry. I apologize. But that's what I heard. Like, I mean, you're impacting lives, not just one life. You're impacting lives. You're creating opportunities for young soon to be men and women that if you were not doing what you're doing, who knows what the future could actually hold for them. Now, the future is like limitless. I mean, the potential is endless. It's whatever they can
Yes.
imagine. And the best part about it is that
Yes.
they come to the realization of the belief of that. So, whatever it is you want to do, like, do you want to
Yeah.
be a doctor? Yep, go do that. Do you want to be a lawyer? Yep. They don't believe that
Right.
they don't belong in those communities. And I liken this. I had a conversation with a good friend of mine in Virginia, Joe Napper, and he does the same thing in Virginia. And one of the things that he
Wow.
shared with me, I thought was so passionate. I hope he hears this. He was sharing with me that he took a bunch of students on a field trip, and it was in a room with some senators and things of that nature, kids that would not have normally gotten that opportunity. However, they made a way to get to them. So now
Yeah.
they can literally have those conversations with people, and those people get the opportunity to pour into them. And I just think that's amazing, because that's what you're doing. Like you're
Yeah.
giving them hope through
Yeah.
the words and the love that you share with those kids. So man, this is so good. I'm you know what? I'm probably one of the best conversations I had all week. Um, but I do want to talk more.
Oh.
I do want to talk more about On Fire because this is awesome. Again, I hope you're hearing what she's saying. And if you want to find her website, go to Google and just literally type it in ONFIYA. It'll be the first one on the list. And just go and check out what they're doing. They're doing some amazing work. And I was studying. I really was. Um, so, what does the future look like for Janea Harris?
So I am currently finally working on launching my book. So it's a memoir, like a lot of the things that you just heard me mention today. It's going to be in my book. You may get some more in-depth type of things. But you would definitely be inspired. You would be encouraged. You will learn. I always like to put things out there that is educational. So I'm not just going to leave you with the oohs and the ahs, but you will be
Right,
able
right,
to take what my story up to your current situation, and you'll also have the resources to be able to help you navigate through whatever it is that you're going through as well. So that's what's on the rise for me. I'm super excited because that took me almost like 3 years to just buckle down and get this book out there. But
yeah,
the time is now, the season is now for me. So yes, that's what
I
I'm
love
working
it.
on. I'm working on my book.
I love it. There is no other time but now. Just want to make sure I say that because that's really what we're at. And when your book come
Or
out, I
now.
want you to let me know because I got a spot right here for it, just so that you
I
know.
will.
So as soon as it comes out, let me know. I want the first copy,
Yes,
and I need you to sign it, by the way. And it's gonna go right here. I'm just,
absolutely.
but I'm gonna need you to hurry up because these fill up kind of fast.
I
I'm
know,
always
right?
buying a book. I'm always buying books. I really am. So this is good. So we talked about it here previously, right? I kind of pointed people to your website, right? But how can these people connect with you in the digital space so that they can kind of see what you got going on and not just follow On Fire, but follow you, the person, as well?
Wow, yes. So, me as the person, my name is Janea Adaya on Facebook. That's my personal Facebook page. It's called Janea Adaya, JANIE, space ADHYA. You can also follow me on Instagram. It's Adaya, AADHYA underscore lives, LIVES. And then for On.F.I.Y.A, if you want to follow On.F.I.Y.A, we are on the social media platforms. You can find On.F.I.Y.A on Facebook at On.F.I.Y.A Agency INC. And then you can also follow us on Instagram at ONFIYA underscore underscore INC.
So you gave us so much. And I just want to thank you for every bit of notes that I have here. I just want to put it. I just want to thank you for all of those. But I need one more for you. I need you to leave us with one good final thought.
If you are battling with validation from those who you love, who you're closest to, the ones who just want to see, I want you to know that you matter that you are loved and that you are important, right? Because sometimes we forget how important we are based upon the relationships that we have. We seem to feel people's shadows, or I don't have any else. This is all I have. This is my face. Toxic. Your family may not be as supportive as you need them to be. So what I would say to you today is keep going.
Yeah.
Okay? Keep going. Build your new family. I had to do it. I didn't understand it at first. I was running around my biological family, the family I was born into, and then one day I just had to wake up and say, stop.
Yeah.
Okay? You're enough. That's another thing. Knowing that you are enough to where you don't need validation from anyone else, right? And you have the confidence to be able to show up every day, to be able to continue your success journey, and also write your own story. And don't let nobody else tell you that your story is not a story, because it's yours.
Right.
That's all I have.
Love it. Man, listen, that was enough. That was enough. That was awesome. That was amazing. And I mean, so has the last 56, 57 minutes we've been talking. Like, it was amazing from start to finish. Again, I want to apologize to our audience because of, Mother Nature. We can't help that. But one thing I do understand is that the information that she shared was no less powerful because, due to it. So we just want to appreciate you and everything that you share with us, everything that you're doing with ONFIYA and those kids in the communities. This is just awesome. So again, thank you for your time, your energy, and your efforts. Don't go anywhere. We're going to talk shortly after this. But I just want to thank you for your time, your energy, and your